Hello and welcome to this 15-minute yoga flow to help bring harmony to both the body and mind. We're going to start in Sukhasana and take a few relaxing breaths. Feel free to use some pillows or blocks to help you sit more comfortably. We're just going to take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to help center ourselves and ground us to this moment. Our aim here is just to relax and allow the energies to flow in a way that serves, focusing on those areas where we might be holding a little bit more tension. On your next inhale, bring the palms to heart center and start rubbing the palms together as you focus your breath and your energy in the heat building up in that area. Go ahead and place the palms on your eyes, allowing yourself to relax even further with every breath. Slowly bring the palms back to heart center as we start rubbing the palms again, focusing on that heat building up. And when you're ready, go ahead and place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Take a moment here to set your intention for this practice. Focusing on your heart chakra, allowing that energy just to flow throughout your entire body. Slowly allow yourself to come back to the present moment. Take a deep inhale and raise both hands overhead. Exhale and twist towards the right. Looking over the right shoulder, gently twisting, loosening up the spine, making sure with every breath that you relax your shoulders and relax even further into the pose. Now you can either stay here or see if you're able to put your right hand on the left thigh, slightly twisting forward, and allow your head to fall towards the left, getting a nice deep stretch in the neck. Slowly unbind, take a deep inhale, raise both hands overhead, and this time twist out towards the left, looking over the left shoulder, making sure that you don't twist too far. Just a gentle spine awakening as you make sure that you breathe and relax with every exhale. Now once again, you can either stay here or see if you're able to place that left arm in a bind. Slowly turn your torso forward and this time stretch out the head towards the right. Nice and gentle stretch, making sure that you focus on your breath. Slowly unbind, taking a deep inhale through the nose, raising both arms overhead. This time we're going to fold over our legs, extending the arms as far forward as you're able to, without exerting too much energy. You should feel a gentle stretch here on the lower back. Allow your head to hang loose. Shoulders is relaxed as you take in this moment, taking in the different sounds and smells around you. Just staying present in your body. Breathing deeply. Slowly walk the hands back as you come up into a seated position. This time we're going to do some seated cat-cows as we take an inhale and extend, opening up the chest. Exhale, rounding the back, allowing the head to fall forward as we loosen up the neck muscles and still loosening up that spine, making sure that you move on your breath, allowing your body to move at whatever pace feels comfortable to you. Slowly come to a neutral spine, sitting up nice and tall. Before we shift our weight, and we're going to move onto our hands and knees into tabletop. Make sure you shift towards the back of your mat. Once you are ready, you can go ahead and place your forearms on the mat. Slowly shift your weight forward and allow the chest to head towards the mat, and then placing the forehead on the mat as well as we move into puppy pose. Extending the arms out in front of you or keeping the forearms placed on the mat or even by your side, whichever feels most comfortable. Taking a few deep grounding breaths here. Go ahead and use your block for support for your head if you need to. Otherwise, let's just stay here in this moment for a few breaths as we allowed all the tension to just melt away. On your next breath, we're going to raise up slightly, taking the right arm and threading it underneath the left as we keep the left arm extended, shifting your gaze towards your left, resting your head on either the mat or your block. Make sure that you are focused on your breath. It's easy to tense up in certain poses, and by allowing the breath to flow, you open up and release the tension. Slowly unbind, and let's take the left arm and thread it underneath the right this time, opening up that left side. You might also find that one side holds more tension than the other, so take the time you need in those particular areas. Let's slowly come out of the bind. Walking our hands forward, we can come up onto our forearms. Shifting the weight forward, we're going to lower ourselves down and come into Sphinx pose. Just a gentle back bend, pointing the toes towards the back of the room, opening up the chest, lifting your gaze upwards, opening up that throat chakra and heart chakra. Let's take one last deep inhale. And then on your exhale, slowly walk the hands back, interlace the fingers behind your back. Now you can either stay here or you can take a deep inhale, raising yourself all the way off the mat, opening up the chest even further. Taking a deep inhale, and then on your exhale, slowly release, placing the palms underneath your shoulders, tuck the toes under, shifting your weight back as we come into tabletop. Make sure that your palms is underneath your shoulders, knees is in line with your hips, as we do some cat-cows, making sure to move on your breath. So on your inhale, drop the belly towards the ground, open the chest, exhale, rounding the back, dropping the head, making sure that you move on your breath. Having a healthy spine is important for our day-to-day function, as well as regulating our nervous system. On your next breath, slowly come to center, tuck the toes under, shifting the weight back as we head into downward facing dog. Taking a moment here, go ahead and pedal out the feet. Whatever feels good to you, you can even dip the hips from side to side a little. Coming to center slowly, shift the hips all the way back. Taking a nice deep inhale, roll the spine forward into plank pose, shifting the weight back as you bend your knees and head back into downward facing dog. Let's do this a few more times to loosen up the spine. On your last one, as you shift your weight back, bending your knees, untuck the toes and bring your weight all the way down onto your heels as we head into child's pose. You can either keep your arms extended out in front of you or go ahead and have them placed along the sides towards the back of the room. And while this pose is amazing for relieving tension and stress, it might not be easily accessible to most. So feel free to use a bolster lengthwise to support your torso. Allow yourself to ease into the pose as you focus on your breath. On your next breath, slowly raise yourself up into a seated position. Swinging the legs around, we're going to shift our weight forward, moving towards the front of the mat. Keeping the legs slightly bent, grab the backs of the thighs, sitting up nice and tall as you take a nice deep breath. On your exhale, tuck the chin to chest and slowly roll back all the way down into supine position, extending the legs out in front of you. When you're ready, take an inhale and bring the left knee in towards the chest, hugging the knee in towards the chest and holding it there for a full breath. On your next breath, slowly push the leg out towards the side, opening up that hip area, allowing it to go down as far as you're able. And then slowly bring it to center, twisting it over towards the right as we head into a gentle supine twist. On your next breath, slowly make your way to center, keeping that leg bent, extending it and pointing the toes towards the sky. And then slowly release. On your next breath, bring in the right leg in towards the body, hugging it towards your chest, breathing nicely. And then when you're ready, opening it up towards the side as far as you're able to take it. Opening up that hip flexor as you breathe. And then gently bring it back to center, twisting it towards the left as we head into supine twist. Extend your arm out towards the side, taking a nice, deep, relaxing breath here. On the next breath, slowly come to center, keeping that leg bent before extending it all the way towards the sky and then releasing it towards the mat. Let's bring in both knees in towards the body, hugging the knees towards the chest. Now you can keep your head on the mat here or tuck the chin to chest, hugging the knees as tightly as you can, enjoying this moment of self-love. When you're ready, extend the legs, grab behind the backs of your thighs and slowly roll all the way up into a seated position. You can go ahead and cross your legs, grabbing whichever blocks or pillows you need to sit comfortably, sitting up nice and tall, making sure that the spine is nice and long. Take a nice deep inhale as you extend your hands overhead. Exhale as you twist towards the right. See if you're able to go into a bit of a deeper twist this time. Before taking another breath, inhale, hands goes overhead. Exhale, twist out towards the left, making sure that you gaze over that shoulder, focusing on your breath. Take a deep inhale, hands goes overhead, and we're going to twist it out one last time towards the right. On your next inhale, hands goes all the way overhead and twist out towards the left. When you're ready, take a deep inhale, reach your hands overhead, bringing the palms together at heart center. Go ahead and rub the palms together, making sure to build up that heat in between this space, focusing all your energies here before placing both palms on your face. Allow whatever remaining tension to just melt away in this moment, focusing on your here and now, focusing on your body, focusing on what you're grateful for, focusing on your center. On your next breath, bring the palms back together at heart center. Let's rub out the palms again. This time rubbing faster with every breath, building up as much heat as you can before placing one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. Now while you allow this energy to radiate throughout your entire body, focus on what you're grateful for. It can be anything from materialistic to the beautiful sky, the beautiful weather outside, this beautiful practice. As you're listing things that you're grateful for, don't forget to say thank you to your body. Thank you for allowing you to move in the way that you did. Thank you to your mind. Thank you to your heart. Thank you to this moment. Focusing on your breath and allowing it to radiate through your entire body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes and all the way back up. As we come to the end of our practice, take a deep inhale, raise both hands overhead, bringing the palms together at heart center. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a beautiful day further.